All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say Shalom to the hopeful elect out there hearing this word in truth and sincerity. So just want to do a quick lesson, concerning, this new world order that Esau, Edom is trying to go about, to establish. And pretty much, he's pretty much, on the move because, it says Australian government to use facial fingerprint recognition for key online government services in 2024. And as I read through the article, you're going to see, this is to pretty much combat, online scamming, but Esau, Edom, more than likely has a hand in, I'm going to start off with this scripture, man, because you can't put it past this, man, to set people up to do such things so that, he can come in with this solution. Because at the end of the day, Esau, Edom is going to always come with the solution, to forward this agenda. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11, and it says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." So Satan, Esau, Edom, pretty much Satan means adversary, and Esau is the adversary of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, and the Israelites, and, at least he can get an advantage of us. We cannot be ignorant of his devices, his tricks, his cunningness, because, what's the chances of, us being at the end of 2023, going into 2024, and they got these, let me see what they're saying. The facial and fingerprint recognition set up, right before 2024, because Esau, Edom, is about to make his move, and remember when the first lockdown happened, or during the first go around of the CV-19, Australia, was a big testing ground, for this system, so it's no marvel that Australia, is what's being spoken of right here, dealing with, the government announcing, this digital biometric security system. It says, the Australian government has announced its plans to launch additional biometric security measures for important online government services in 2024 to address a surge of online scam attempt. This is to address the surge of online scam attempts. And if Esau wanted to, he can crack down on the scam attempts, but, this is the way that he wants to do it, ultimately to thwart the NWO. So we cannot be ignorant of this device, and really this is what he wants to bring here to the States, but he's got to have a good excuse to do so, and gradually but surely, he's making it happen, just like the phones. Over a course of time, the phones went from big to small, bulky to slim, and that's an example of gradualism. So Esau, Edom has pretty much got people used to their phone, glued to their phone, now you got your payment information on your phone, so you really ain't got to pull out your card no more to make payments. You can use Apple Pay, Now they got at some Amazon stores, they got, Amazon, I want to say Amazon Pay, where you pay with your palm. That's a form of gradualism. And they just built a new Audi, where I stay at, and pretty much at the self-checkout, they got a camera, recording your face. This is all an attempt to establish a new world order, man. You're going to start seeing this more and more. I want to say they got it at Walmart too, but the one in Audi, it's like a crystal clear, image of your face. This is what Esau, Edom really wants to establish. Okay? Let's get the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, because this is what it's all going into. This is Revelation, 13th chapter, and verse. It's going into the beast system. It says in 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And this is what came to mind. As always, this is what came to mind when I was at that self checkout, just shopping, and you got the screen recording my face. But eventually, it's gonna come to the point where Esau Edom is gonna have it set up to where people gonna have to scan their hand, while the thing is scanning their face, man. Turn into a totalitarian, has turned into a totalitarian society, So it's gonna get really, really strict out here. And Esau Edom is, he's presenting this thing as it has some as a benefit, as an addition, to our society. But really, this is gonna hurt people more than it helps them. It says, the announcement follows the federal government statement on having to deal with thousands of scam attempts at MyGov accounts each month. MyGov is an online app used by Australian residents to access different government services, including viewing tax records and accessing healthcare and social welfare. So I wouldn't be surprised if Esau Edom brought something like this to the States, or brought the same thing to the States but in a different name, But pretty much dealing with scamming, because scamming is another thing that's become popular here in Babylon. There's how people making their money through scamming. So Esau Edom could pretty much present the solution as, you want to stop being scammed, or are you afraid of being scammed? Well, we got a new system in place, to counter these scammers. All right. It says Australia has recently become the target of a wave of cyber attacks and scamming activities. Leave the world behind. Shows you that it's all connected. Predictive programming. They show you in their movies, what they're getting ready to do. It says, according to reports, hackers are selling stolen MyGov login details on the dark net. And as if your data don't get sold already. Esau Edom, these phones, they collect your data. And Esau Edom, he sells it, he trades it. And as a brother say, data, slacking, something to the effect of data is worth more than I want to say gold, for lack of better words. Data is very valuable. It's like I may have set the quote wrong, but it goes into like data being very valuable. It says, I'll move on. It says, with passkeys enabled, users can log into their MyGov accounts using face or fingerprint recognition instead of usernames and passwords. So instead of using a username or a password, just like the phone do right now, right? You put your face in front of the phone, it unlocks, and that was a form of gradualism, because people all got used to it. People got used to, putting their face in front of the phone and unlocking it, to the point where a lot of people don't even remember their passwords, their pins, because they're used to using their face to unlock it, their fingerprint also to unlock it, So, Esau is pretty much getting society acquainted with biometrics. All right. If you have a smartphone, you can use a thumbprint, or you can use facial ID, and that unlocks your phone and gets you going, said Shorten. He added that it's a good system of security because they can't be phished. Shorten also insisted, and there's two sides to the coin. They're saying it can't be phished, but every time, if you notice, if you get like another phone and use the camera and look at the front camera of your phone, you're gonna see like a white light flashing every 5 seconds, I want to say. Well, if I'm not mistaken, that's your phone, pretty much taking pictures of your face. Every 5 seconds, it's getting clips of your face, man. So Esau Edom in one hand is saying this is for your safety so you don't get scammed. Well, Esau is still getting your data. He's still getting your facial recognition through the phone, man. Shorten also insisted that the Australian government doesn't want nor keep user data, adding that it is using the technology of people's phones to increase the protection of their government data. So Esau got your data. He knows, what he needs to know about you, because everything that you do is on your phone. So it's kind of hypocritical to say that you're gonna hide, users' data from scammers. Meanwhile, you're accessing users' data, which we know that you're up to no good with. Esau, it doesn't have your best interest in heart. Let me get this scripture real quick, because the elite, they need that data to know what it is to know about you. Wrong chapter, Psalm 68. No, what happened? Man. Psalm 68. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, because this is what they talk about when they go into, when they go into these little councils. This is what they talk about forwarding. And man, I'm trying to, where it says hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Right. Psalm 64, it says, and 2, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, the Edomites, man. The quote-unquote Illuminati, which they coin themselves. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And like the scriptures say, their words were smoother than butter, but war was in their heart, and this is an example of that. They're speaking smooth words to try to get you to take and accept this, this new security system, but it's really war on you, because, they're just getting you acquainted with, this new system, so that when, they bring the MOTB, you'll already be acclimated into that system, and, you'll be used to it, and you won't have no problem taking it, because you'll already be introduced, to being on this grid. That's why there's this big thing about, digital ID this, digital ID that. Why? Because Esau, Edom, wants to put people on this grid. Verse 4 says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So, it doesn't stop right here. You thinking that Esau, Edom, is doing this for your good, because he's so worried about your information getting stolen and sold on the dark net. Nah, Esau, Edom, like I said, more than likely is the one setting these things up so that he can come on the other side and say, you know what, this got to stop. We got to do this. You can't underestimate this devil. It says, Shorten also insisted that the Australian government doesn't want nor keep user data, adding that it is using the technology of people's phones to increase the protection of their government data. The minister encouraged Australians to use and trust the new system, saying that the digital world works and MyGov has secure levels of authentication. You're going to be on the grid. Esau going to know everything about you. And it brings this scripture to mind that in that day that the remnant of Israel shall not stay upon him that smote them. Because what you see Esau doing is he's creating a problem to only bring the solution. And with enough fear, he can bring in, many people into, what's going on, what he got going on. All right. It's lucky. It was another point I want to get right here. It says, privacy expert raised valid concerns about biometric security. But while the Australian government is pushing for more biometric security measures to protect, and the key word here is bio, all right? Bio dealing with the body, life. When you say biology is pretty much the study of life, is what the word break down to. Bio, life, ology, the study of. So like biometric, you're pretty much dealing with your body. Salakia. So Esau Edom, in this whole new system, he wants to put the technology in you, therefore making you not the creation of the Most High. Esau wants to turn people into cyborgs. It says, but while the Australian government is pushing for biometric security measures to protect Australians' privacy, there have been growing concerns among the public about the increasing use of surveillance by both government and private institutes. You see? So on one hand, you were worried about scammers getting to you, but now, you got a bigger problem in your hand. The government is watching you, The government's been watching its people. You know what I'm saying? So it says some shoppers have expressed their objections to several major supermarket chains' plans to enhance camera surveillance at self-checkout stations, along with other similar measures to address a surge in shoplifting case. Pretty much going into, the statement I made dealing with the Audis. How on that self-checkout, they got like a camera right there pretty much recording your face. They're recording your face, and it's just like, what I'm saying? Shit's weird, bro. Like, why am I being recorded? It says other shoppers have said these companies overstepped their boundaries and invaded customers' privacy. You see? It says in July, privacy experts challenged the transparency of several Australian concert venues that have implemented facial recognition technology while not explicitly informing consumers. So, Esau built these supermarkets, but he just sets up these fucking facial recognition cameras without people's consent. It's pretty weird, but at the end of the day, he's gonna shove this new world order down your throat. You gotta accept it. We don't. What I mean is that he expects you to accept it. We ain't gotta accept the damn thing, but Esau Edom expects people to accept it, and those that don't, he's gonna take them out, man. So I want to go back to Revelation 13th chapter, because this is where it's all leading to. And Lord willing, the year 2024, things are gonna increase. It's gonna get worse out here, man. This is what we need. We need the Lord, to bring these things to pass. Of course, we're in the Lord's time, but as we see prophecy happen, it gets more exciting. It's gonna get a little bumpy, but it's gonna get real out here. 2024, because 2023 was a hell of a year concerning prophecy. So 2024, may very well, surpass 2023 in terms of prophecy. It says, I'm read verse 17. It says that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark, which is the chip, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So unless you take that chip, you will not be able to buy or sell. You will not be able to do any kind of shopping in society. And this is what Esau Edom is building this moment up for. Because once again, he's getting people acclimated to this whole digital grid system, and once they've done that, through the spirit, I'm speculating, he may very well just cause some major event, and say this is what you got to do if you want to, if you want to stay here, because we don't know who's who. So Esau, he got tricks under his sleeve, but Yahweh Shem Yahushai is moving this man to do so. All right, but Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Shalom.